Good morning. The Food and Drug Administration is setting up new antibiotic restrictions for America's livestock producers. The announcement came down Wednesday from the federal drug regulators. Starting in April, certain uses of the drug class cephalosporin will be prohibited. That tops our Beef Today report. The FDA says cephalosporins are important antimicrobial drugs for treating diseases in both humans and animals. It's worried about bacteria developing resistance to the drug if overused. In humans, for example, cephalosporins are used to treat pneumonia, skin and soft tissue infections. The FDA is prohibiting extra label or unapproved uses of the drugs in cattle, swine, chickens, and turkeys. Prohibited uses include using the drugs at unapproved levels, frequencies, durations, or routes of administration, using cephalosporins in those animals that are intended to be used in humans or dogs and cats, and thirdly, using the drugs for disease prevention. The order doesn't, however, limit the use of an earlier form of the antibiotic. Veterinarians will still be able to prescribe the drugs for livestock as long as labels are followed, and they're also available for use in ducks and rabbits. The FDA initially proposed restrictions back in 2008, but withdrew the rule before it became effective. Late Wednesday, the National Cattlemen's Beef Association released a statement. Executive Director of Legislative Affairs, Christina Butts, responded saying, and I quote here, "Antimicrobial resistance is a complex, multifaceted issue that affects human and animal health. That being said, there is no conclusive scientific evidence indicating the judicious use of antibiotics in cattle leads to antimicrobial resistance in humans." The NCBA says it plans to analyze the proposed order to make sure it's based on sound science. Cattle prices are holding steady this week. In other news, on Tuesday, Chicago Merc live cattle were up slightly at $121.62. Fed cattle were up nearly $1. January contracts closed at $147.75 per hundred. Forecasters say sluggish beef demand is keeping prices tempered to start the new year. That's expected to improve in the months ahead. And a new report from the Prairie Star says it's possible to teach cattle to eat unwanted weeds. The research comes from the Montana Farmers Union and NRCS scientists in Colorado and Montana. Cows are put in groups and fed different mixtures, textures, and types of feed over a series of days. And at the end, weeds like Russian thistle are introduced. After being turned back out on pasture, the cows continue to eat the thistles, pods and all. Experts recommend confirming target weeds aren't toxic to the cattle long term. Be sure to click on beeftoday.com for regular updates on the beef industry.